How's it going? This is Sashay, and this is Sashay Dev. So today we're going to be taking a look at one of my old Perl scripts. I wrote it to help me do my job, and part of the job was taking notes, and some parts of that were pretty repetitive, and I just sort of wanted to standardize it. Uh, and it was something that kept me busy between the phone calls. If you've ever worked in Helpdesk, you know that there can be some free time where you're just sort of sitting around waiting for things to happen because everything's running smooth. When everything's running smooth, nothing's happening. Um, anyway, so this is one of the tools I made. I used auto hotkeys for a while, but I just didn't like the way that if something happened, if I accidentally pressed the Windows key or if any other keys or the tab key or whatever, that the auto hotkey would just keep going and just keep typing away. And sometimes that would cause like weird stuff to happen. So I don't want to get too much into the code. It's right here. I have it actually posted to my replit. I tried to get it to work on there, but I think because it uses a GUI interface and it's not a command line interface, that it just was not allowing it to run. I tried to install all the dependencies, but for whatever reason, the TK package just would not import. It kept giving me errors. I looked at the logs and it just uh, it cannot find the X11 library, and I think that has something to do with interfacing with the GUI parts of the Windows uh, system. So anyway, it's a pretty straightforward. It's just basically a glorified text editor. It's basically a really cool Bash script. So let's go ahead and run the program. I have multiple versions. They all look a little bit different. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It just could pick from a list of things that were the problem, their account number, their phone number, their email, their name, the primary issue, and then any notes that were relevant. And then I could just click a button, add it, and it'd give me a cool little list. And at the end of the day, I'd make a copy of the file. Bada bing, bada boom. Um, I have a pretty nice history of all the things I did in the day, including any work that I did as far as computer repairs, any customers I talked to that came into the store, any technical issues I dealt with that were inside the building, like communication issues or phone issues. Um, Sometimes even physical issues. One time the sump pump stopped working and we had to figure out how to get it restarted. It was just a little reset switch, stuff like that. But it helped to have a nice standardized form so that people knew, where they can look to get the the information they needed. Because the system we used to input it was very ambiguous. You just basically copy and pasted this gigantic form of text, and then it would. It was a very cool way to store stuff, but it was also a little loosey goosey, leading to stuff being very difficult to find when you needed it. So having a more standardized approach to it made it a little bit easier to hunt down specific details. And eh, it is what it is. Anyway, did all this with Perl. It probably took me like I'd say like 3 or 4 months to get to this version, and then I moved on to web development. I started messing around with like JavaScript and HTML, CSS, SAS, um, JS libraries, and things like that. So I've got a bunch of projects about that kind of stuff I'll probably post on here later. Thank you for watching and have a good day.